Hello again. Something a bit weird is going on with Home Secretary Shabana Mahmoud. That there is a problem with illegal immigration to this country. Nobody seriously doubts. Nor does anybody have any doubt that the great majority of those entering the country in order to claim asylum, which is the most popular route for getting into Britain illegally, are from Muslim countries such as Afghanistan, Iran, and Syria. For some reason, the Home Secretary seems strangely reluctant to take any action against these nations. Instead, as part of her supposed tough line with illegal immigration, she is threatening to make it harder for visitors from Namibia, Angola, and the Congo to get visas to come here on holiday if their countries refuse to take back failed asylum seekers who hold Angolan, Namibian, and Congolese nationality. Now, for one thing, I don't know how many people from those countries actually apply for visas to come here on holiday. Precious few, I would think. But there's two other points which are glaringly obvious here. The first is that hardly any illegal immigrants to Britain are from those countries. The second thing we notice is that those three countries are almost entirely Christian. Between 90 and 95% of people living in them are Christians. Anybody might think that the Home Secretary was a devout Muslim who is dead set against taking any kind of action against Muslim countries. Of course, the fact that many illegal immigrants are from Pakistan, the country from which her own parents come, might, I suppose, have some slight bearing on the case. Speaking for myself, I am bound to say that I would far prefer it if she is going to take firm action against illegal immigration, which I am in any case inclined to doubt, that she began with Muslim countries in the Middle East and South Asia rather than sub-Saharan Africa. The reason I feel this way is very simple. Some nations have a higher rate of consanguineous marriages than others. In plain language, this means people marrying their uncles and aunts, cousins, and even brothers and sisters. The offspring of such marriages to blood relatives tend to have an awful lot of problems, with many of the children being physically and mentally disabled. This means that as time goes by and each generation marries blood relations, so the general health and vitality of the human stock declines. This is much more common in Muslim cultures than it is in the Christian West, where we tend to have strict rules, both legal prohibitions and popular taboos, to discourage such revolting practices. For instance, in Britain, we have laws which make it a criminal offence to marry one's brother or sister, uncle or aunt, and so on. Until the reign of Henry VIII, of course, it was illegal to marry one's cousin in England, but the law was changed at that time to enable one of the king's marriages, and ever since the 16th century it's been perfectly legal to marry your cousin. Most of us find the idea disgusting, tending closer to incest than is comfortable. As a result, only 1 in 25,000 marriages in this country are between cousins. Over the last 20 years or so, we have started importing wholesale very large numbers of people from countries where incestuous relations are regarded as being virtuous and praiseworthy. For example, after the fall of Afghanistan, we airlifted tens of thousands of Afghans, over 35,000 of them, and let them come and live here. In Afghanistan, roughly half of all marriages are incestuous, and this custom has been going strong for many generations there. Viewers might perhaps have noticed the increasing number of Afghans appearing in the news over the last year or two for peculiar and violent crimes. In Pakistan, the situation's even worse, with between 60 and 70% of marriages being incestuous. Even in this country, the rate of such marriages in that community is around 50%. This means that when we tolerate immigration from places like Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Syria, the chances are that those who come here have a background likely to make them more prone both mental and physical difficulties, and also general peculiarities and tendencies not to fit in a normal society. For this reason, if any effort is genuinely to be made to discourage immigration, it would be wise to focus on Muslim countries rather than Christian ones. One cannot help but suspect that Shabana Mahmoud is trying to appear strict on immigration without annoying the Pakistani Muslims in this country upon whom she depends for support.